Bill Mumy, remembered by millions as Will Robinson from the classic 1960s series Lost in Space, shared an emotional tribute after the passing of his on-screen mother and longtime friend, June Lockhart. The beloved actress, who became one of television's most iconic figures, died on October 23, 2025, at her home in Santa Monica, California. She was 100 years old. Mumy, now 71, expressed his grief and admiration through a heartfelt Instagram post on October 25th. Alongside a still from Lost in Space and a later photo of them together at a reunion, he wrote, "Goodbye to the brilliant June Lockhart, a one-of-a-kind, talented, nurturing, adventurous, and non-compromising lady. She did it her way. June will always be one of my very favorite moms. 100 years here. Wow. R.I.P." Those simple but powerful words captured the depth of affection Mumy felt for Lockhart, whom he had known for nearly 60 years. Their relationship began in 1965 when Lost in Space premiered on CBS. Lockhart played Dr. Maureen Robinson, the wise and courageous matriarch of the space-traveling Robinson family, while Mumy portrayed her curious and fearless son, Will. The show ran until 1968, and though its original run was short, it became a timeless cult favorite that bonded its cast for life. For Mumy, working with Lockhart as a child actor was a formative experience. He has often spoken about how she took him under her wing, guiding him through the complexities of television production with patience and grace. Over the years, their connection deepened beyond the screen. In interviews, Mumy described her as brilliant, strong, and endlessly kind, adding that she had been like a second mother to him. Earlier this year, when Lockhart celebrated her 100th birthday, Mumy had publicly honored her with affection and humor. On June 25th, he posted, "Happy 100th birthday to the mighty June Lockhart today. What a gal. She is truly special. Onward." In another post, he continued, "Staying in June memory mode as the adventure of her 101st year gets started." His words showed the deep admiration he had for her longevity, strength, and zest for life. Even in her later years, Lockhart remained sharp, witty, and full of curiosity. Mumy revealed in an interview that he stayed in touch with her through her daughter, actress Anne Lockhart. "I talked to her through her daughter," he said. "June is at home. She has 2 assistants. She's still in her own home. She follows the politics. She reads the news, but she doesn't talk on the phone." He added that while she no longer appeared in public or attended fan conventions, her mind remained active and engaged. "She's still June," he said proudly. "She keeps up with everything." That detail, perhaps more than anything, reflected the essence of the woman he had known. Fiercely independent, endlessly curious, and full of life until the very end. Mumy also shared anecdotes about Lockhart's personality that delighted fans who knew her only as the wholesome TV mom from Lassie and Lost in Space. "She was enamored with David Bowie," Mumy once said. "She's a real rock and roller at heart." He explained that she loved music and wasn't afraid to embrace her rebellious side, even as she was known for playing steady maternal roles. "She was genius-level brilliant," he said. "She loved rock and roll music, and she loved rock and roll bad boys." June Lockhart's career was extraordinary. Before Lost in Space, she had already been a television legend as Ruth Martin, the caring mother on Lassie. Her film credits included Meet Me in St. Louis and Sergeant York, and she appeared in numerous TV classics such as Petticoat Junction and General Hospital. But beyond the fame and accolades, Lockhart was known for her kindness, her humor, and her generosity toward colleagues. When news of her death broke, tributes from fans and co-stars poured in. Angela Cartwright, who played Lockhart's daughter Penny Robinson on Lost in Space, wrote, "She was the definition of grace. Rest easy, TV mom." John Provost, her co-star on Lassie, shared, "She was family to me on and off camera. She made everyone feel special." For Mumy, though, the loss felt deeply personal. His tribute, though brief, was raw with emotion. In calling her one of my very favorite moms, he spoke not just as a co-star, but as a man mourning a lifelong friend who had shaped his childhood and remained in his heart long after the cameras stopped rolling. Mumy's memories of Lockhart have always painted her as both nurturing and adventurous, a woman of immense strength who lived life fully and on her own terms. She did it her way, he wrote, capturing the essence of her independent spirit. Even at 100, she remained in her own home, surrounded by the books, music, and memories that defined her. Lockhart's death marked the end of a Hollywood era. For generations, she symbolized warmth, intelligence, and resilience, the quintessential television mother. But as Mumy and others have reminded fans, she was so much more than that. She was witty, daring, endlessly curious, and full of love for her craft and the people around her. As Bill Mumy grieves her passing, his words remind us of what made June Lockhart truly timeless. She wasn't just a character on screen, she was a mentor, a friend, and a woman who embodied the best of Hollywood's golden age. Through his tears and his words, Mumy ensured that her legacy lives on, not only in reruns of Lost in Space or Lassie, but in the hearts of those she inspired.